Nickelodeon.
Okie dokie, this is Rugrats Search for Reptar, made by N-Space. I think they did Duke Nukem Time to Kill as well. So this is a classic game from 1998, which is, you know, cool. And this is the CG intro for the Rugrats cartoon, amazingly, look at the graphics, man. I mean, this was pretty mind-blowing for 1998, actually. And Rugrats was a big deal in the 90s. I mean, sometimes it's really easy to forget that this was pretty impactful. One of those programs that came on for like 3 years in the early 90s and then went away and then was really, really popular on repeats, as we call them in the UK. Yeah, kids really enjoyed it. There was like films then. I think it was one of the very early sort of cartoon series that got a movie. Yeah, it's good. Look at this joke here. Good. Yeah, cool. That's what we like. And this was the game to have, because everyone loved Rugrats. Yeah, right, cool. So, we begin playing the game Rugrats Search for Reptar. Now, Reptar is the sort of Godzilla, in-universe Godzilla for Rugrats. And this game's great, because it's got the music and voice actors for the series, which is great. You know, the load times are a bit beige, though. Ooh, what's going on here?
Where's my Reptar puzzle?
Tommy's clearly looking for his Reptar puzzle.
Oh, here it is.
Where is it? Oh, there it is, right in the middle of where he was. Right. Okay, that jigsaw puzzle piece is far too big for that box.
Either a lot of the puzzle pieces are missing, or it's the easiest puzzle ever.
The pieces must be all over the house.
Vintage line, that.
Okay, kids.
So the idea of this game is we're supposed to search for the puzzle pieces. It's like, you know, an epic quest for babies of trying to find the actual puzzle pieces for the Reptar puzzle.
Even if we got to search the whole wide world.
Really, you know, bringing in the concept of Rugrats. Now, the concept of Rugrats, we get a puzzle piece here. So search the house for objects that lead to levels and games. Press triangle near sparkling objects to start levels. You will earn Tommy's missing puzzle piece by finishing levels. Press circle to pick up and put down items that Tommy can play with or throw to Spike. Press triangle to throw or use objects. So, this game's got analog functionality. You know, the control is awful. Even for 1998, this was bad. We knew the control was bad. The camera is dreadful. It's not tank controls, though, so it was a slight step forward, but still in a horrible janky phase of, you know, what on earth is going on. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just quick look around the Pickles home, because back in 1998, you know, we grew up with this series and saw this on TV every day, or however often we watched it on Nickelodeon. And saw this house every day, and it was amazing to be able to actually walk around it. You know, look at this. I mean, it's a massive open world. For the time, you know, this is, again, you know, 1998. So there were very, very few open world games. I mean, you probably couldn't call this an open world game. It's before Grand Theft Auto 3. Not that I'm trying to compare the quality of this to the quality of that. I mean, this is not a bad game. By any stretch of the imagination. It's just a bit dated and the controls a bit janky. It's definitely really, really good for the source material, though. If you're a Rugrats fan, this is incredible. You know, because the idea is that all of the levels you go to, the different items, are related to an episode of the show. So by this point in 1998, I think there have been like 7 seasons, and I think it's accepted that the first 3 or 4 seasons are like the A-team episodes. I think most of the segments we do are from those. So yeah, so if you walk around the entire house, have a look. It's a bit weird though that there's no one around. And this is Grandpa's room. And he's got a picture of himself on the table, which is a bit bizarre. I don't remember Grandpa having a room in the house. I think he just came over every now and then. Maybe I got that wrong. Yeah, there's a box of cookies. Cookie oats. Right, that's a Reptar bar. The most awful noise ever there. But the idea of the Reptar bars is that if you get enough of them, you get a puzzle piece. You need to find 12 pieces in the game. And you can also jump down the entire staircase. So you can go like this. And you clear most of it. You can do the whole thing, but I'm not skilled enough. Music changes as you come downstairs. If you go down in here, into the basement, there's a level down here called Mr. Friend, which we're not going to play just yet, but you know, there's a, you know, this is quite impressive because what you remember is that in 1998, the idea of dynamic music was pretty new concept. I mean, they had like things like iMuse on DOS and stuff like that for like Secret of Monkey Island 2 and whatever, but you know, and in what's it called? Banjo-Kazooie, they have the clever programming of, you know, different areas can, you know, play different bits of music, but because this is on a CD, it was difficult to load files. So if I go to about, I think it's about here. It just fades out and plays the beginning of the track from upstairs. Yeah, starts from the beginning. It's very clever. There's like a trigger point for it. Same when we went upstairs before. There's distinct themes, and it loads like almost instantly, which is quite clever, quite impressive for the time, considering the fact that a lot of games had delay before bits of music started. So, a bit of dynamic music history. Video games, incredible. So, you can sort of pick things up. I mean, it doesn't have much value. You can jump, where it's really janky. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's like a superhero jump. Look, woo! The garage or garage is not open at the moment. I don't know if it opens later or it's just open on certain levels. And there's a Reptar behind the trash can. Amazingly, there's no one else in the house. No parents to interact with or anything like that. It's just Tommy. Yeah, so that's it for the initial view of the house. We can also play the piano really badly. But, you know, that's it. It's sort of everything to explore. You can pick other things up, but I'm actually talking nonsense. It's not everything to explore, because there's an outside bit as well. Bigger. And the people that live here, the Pickles...
playing outside.
Again, another bit of dynamic music change. You can interact with Spike, the dog. Now, I don't know whether that's just because it's a standard name for a dog, or whether they were paying homage to Spike from Tom and Jerry. Oh god, he's blocked me in. Go on, get out of my life. I think he's programmed to follow you. Spike, get out of my flipping way. Come on. I think you're supposed to throw the bone to him, but yeah, there we go. Round the back. Run outside, run outside. So I think that is everything. I think the sandpit doesn't have anything in it of any importance. There's no gremlins in here. I think the idea is to win the 12 puzzle pieces back with the terrible camera. Yeah. See, the music started, a bit of dynamic music. So if you join me next time, I will start playing the actual levels. So thanks for watching this part 1. See you next time.